If you've heard the term ABC or always be closing in the MSP world, you definitely need to watch this video. And if you haven't heard that term, always be closing, I want to change the way your mind thinks and how you are going to consistently grow your MSP business. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. So in today's video, you already have a good idea of what I want to talk about. And to add a little extra cherry on top, go check out the free masterclass down in the links below. If you go down there, there's ways to sell, make your business more profitable, especially your MSP, and ultimately make you a better business owner. Second, go check out the free Discord. There's a free Discord link down below. I would have a plane flying around in the back if I could that said join the free Discord, because it is a fantastic community of over 100 MSP people helping other MSP people. No questions asked. It is completely free, no email required. Just jump in there and be a positive member of the community. That's all we ask. So let's talk about ABCs. Always be closing. Now, this term was made famous years and years and years ago in many, many movies about always be closing. And the thing is when you talk to a old sales veteran, we'll call them, you might even hear them say you should always be closing or practice your ABCs. Heck, even in my sales career, I heard countless times over and over and over again, hey, make sure you practice your ABCs, practice your ABCs, practice your ABCs. But in reality, while it's great to close deals, there's a couple things that change the dynamic and could really suck for you being in the MSP world. So first, I want to paint a picture for you. If you are an MSP and you don't have a lot of leads and you think about it and you say, if I don't close this $2,000 deal this month, I don't know if we're going to be able to eat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my employees. I don't know if we're going to be able to grow. There's a serious need that builds in your brain. What happens is, as a salesperson, you develop this thing that we used to call commission breath. It's when a prospect can smell the disparity on your breath to say this person needs this deal. The problem is when you have that and the prospect can smell it and feel it coming from you, they then have the upper hand in this deal, which means they have the ability to negotiate, but even worse, they could walk away and they know that you need that deal. It puts you in a horrible position because now it's not an equal 50-50. We're going to do a good deal and you guys are going to get a bunch of good services. That customer is going to try to squeeze you for everything you have or everything you could have because they know that you need that deal. So always be closing is a great term in a lot of cases, but it really only works for people with what is called a big pipeline. Essentially, it's a list of people that really would love to do business with you over and over and over again. That's the cool part about it. But here's the thing. If you don't have that already, it's kind of hard to close those deals. So let's think about the ABCs and change it to the ABPs. Always be prospecting. And when you change your mind to that, instead of saying, if I don't close this $2,000 deal, we're not eating, or my kids aren't going to have Christmas gifts, or whatever horrible thing that could happen from that, you have to start to think about it slightly differently and change the way you think about it. If you're always prospecting, essentially, always be prospecting, you then build up a list of people that either could do business with you or want to do business with you. And that's the beautiful part about it that nobody ever talks about. They want to say, or you want to think about, if you're always out prospecting, if you're always out looking for somebody that could do business with you, it significantly makes your life easier because you already have deals that if one falls through, there's already another one to replace it. One falls through, another one to replace it. Heck, let's look at your sales numbers. Maybe you're a great salesperson and you follow my teachings and you say, you know what, Harrison, I want to only get 50% of those deals. All of a sudden, if you're getting 50% of those deals, but you have a deal after deal after deal after deal, building an MSP becomes so much easier for you as opposed to sitting and waiting and hoping somebody says, hey, I really want to do business with you at the amount of money that you actually want to charge. So as you begin to make this shift and start to say, hey, you know what? We all want to close. The best closers in the world are always closing deals. But the thing that makes them actually successful is having that pipeline. So as you join your local chamber of commerce, as you go to maybe your local meetups, your local BNI, your local LaTip, maybe even go on meetup.com and look for local networking groups. Always be prospecting. Start to identify. You've already gone through the buyer persona worksheet. Identify who your dream client is. And when you're talking to people, hey, this is who I want to work with. I want to work with this specific person. And when you do that, it not only helps other people say, oh, I have somebody who I could refer you to, but it shows that you're also way more advanced in your business. And while some people understand that not every fisherman needs a boat, well, every fisherman needs a boat, but maybe somebody like myself or somebody local around this beach also wants a boat and they have no plans on using it for fishing. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be a customer. They just might not be the perfect customer. They could still have a boat or still want a boat. Just because you might provide the best MSP services for your perfect buyer persona, other people can start to understand, hey, you know what? Okay, I can kind of figure that out. You know what? I don't have somebody that's exactly that, but probably pretty close. It begins to make your prospecting much, much, much easier. And even as an additional benefit of that, now you have people that are saying, hey, you got to talk to so-and-so. This is who they work with. This is who they love to work with over and over and over again. They have this thing called an MSP. I don't know. They explained it to me like Geek Squad on steroids, but they help businesses with technology. You have a bunch of computers. You might have a law firm. He doesn't say he specifically works for you guys, but it sounds like something that you might need because last Friday when we were having dinner, you were complaining about your computers. And people start to make these connections for you and help you prospect. Then you build up that pipeline. And as time goes on, yeah, you always want to be closing. But if you lose that deal, maybe it wasn't the best terms for you and the client. You didn't get the amount of money. The client didn't get exactly what they wanted. That's okay. You have another deal or another person that you could pick up the phone, call, schedule a meeting, and start getting that process rolling right afterwards. Building up that pipeline using a CRM like Go High Level to keep track of all of these people makes your life infinitely easier and takes the fear away of figuring out or not knowing where your next deal is. That's the beautiful part about it. Now, if you take that, all of what I just told you, and combine it or think about it like that on your website, now you have a 24/7 sales machine and you being a prospecting machine. You can have your system work 24/7 as people find it on Google or ads or however else, or even your business cards that you're passing out. And then you're out there putting in the legwork, getting out, going, prospecting, talking to these people and saying, hey, you know what? I don't know if you're interested in hiring an IT company, but we love to work with companies just like yours. No pitch, nothing like that. I just want to have a conversation. Maybe it's something you're open to. If it is, great. And if not, no worries. And if they say, yeah, it could be something, you have a new prospect, somebody that might want to do business with you. Instead of hoping and dreaming and having everything teeter on one specific deal that if it falls through, you know that your MSP might be in shambles or not hit the profit margins or maybe even be in debt because you overspent somewhere else. This is the resolution of ABPs. Always be prospecting as opposed to your ABCs, which is always be closing. You always want to be closing, but you always have to be prospecting. When you do that, immediately you probably start to regrow some of your hair. Things become much easier. You're probably going to hit the like button, maybe the subscribe button, notification bell, but all of a sudden everything in your MSP becomes easier because your sales will make your life easier. If you can sell and you follow these videos, everything in your MSP becomes easier. There's no more money issues. There's no more problems. And when you have so many deals that you can pick and choose who you want to do customers with because you're always prospecting, you have the ability to scale at a rate that most MSPs can only dream of. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. I hope you guys found some value in this. I love you guys. I'm in sunny Savannah, Georgia, out on Tybee Beach, and heading home today, but I wanted to make sure I got out, made a little video for you guys. I hope the image quality was pretty clear. I'm fighting clouds here on the beach, but I figured it'd be a nice little change of pace for you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.